How's everybody doing? This is Kyle here from KyleKraft. Today I have an awesome build to show you. Now it's been October, it's been the Halloween season, so I had to make a haunted house. So that's exactly what I did. I went ahead and put together a haunted house. We're here out in the deep woods. Tall spooky trees all around, a vast woodland area guarded by these towering trees. This is where we come up on our haunted house. There's a river flowing throughout the forest. A large hill to the left of it is where our house is perched. Sitting on top of the hill, it gets that eerie, dominant feeling. The house is always looking down at you, with its mysteries and classic haunted house style. The house itself is pretty big. The best place to start is at the beginning. We walk up the hill on the cobble and mossy cobble skewed path. Jack-o'-lanterns line the side, and so does a graveyard. A terrifying graveyard right in the front entrance, off the right and left side, extending deep into the valley on the left. Tombstones surrounded by foliage give it that detail, and add an important element to the terrifying build. On the tombstones is an interesting bit. Now I actually live stream building most of this haunted house. I'll talk more to you about new KyleKraft live streams at the end of this video, but I gotta mention the fact that on these tombstones are the usernames of people who wanted to be on the tombstones in the chat. They let me know and they were added in. So they're forever part of this build. You need to come along to the KyleKraft Twitch streams because they're an awesome place to be. Again, I'll talk to you more about that at the end of the video. The graveyard is awesome. As we move up the path, we get to the front entrance. Now this is a 3-story old style house. A huge front porch captures the front. One of the best parts about this build is it's haunted. It's old and worn down. So it's broken up, different planks and such are missing. The stairs throughout the build and different color textures of wood make the wood look worn down and broken up, really adding to the shape and style of this build. The front porch has a lot of that. Stairs and fences bring in that shape and add to the story behind the build. The surrounding exterior is beat up too and covered with vines. These details make the build look broke down and worn as we were going for. The exterior in general has a good shape to it. There's no flat surfaces for the eye to get tripped up on. Dark oak logs are the corners of the build, and spruce wood covers the majority of the walls. Details are done with dark oak wood, and stone bricks represent the cellar, the foundation level of the build. This also matches up with the stone brick roof that bring in a nice tiling effect. The dark oak wood details continue on with the build through the trim, which complements the overall structure of the house. To be completely honest, I love how the exterior turned out. It really captures that haunted house vibe and does so in a beautiful building. Beautiful yet terrifying with all the added details we did. The shape of it is interesting and unique, and it was fun to build. Now it's time to step inside the house. The interior really needs to be done in first person and in the right atmosphere. We have our front doors closed and we enter into the foyer. The foyer is very large, giving it an open feel straight away. Up the right here we have a staircase to the second level, and to the left we have a path. The build in general has a beautiful detail throughout it. I really like how it came together. It's a really detailed and decorated build, but it's not over detailed. It really looks good. Cobwebs throughout add to the spooky nature. This offsetting little room right here is one of many rooms, as the build and interior is very large. To the right over here we have a path. We have the storm going out throughout the window, and plenty of areas and terrifying details. We'll get around to that side in a bit, but first let's walk down this path. To the left, we have a little library and study office workroom, which covers and extends throughout the left side there. To the right, we have another path going into that room, and down here we have the kitchen. The kitchen is an old style, it's an old home. Simple sinks and a chest, fish on the wall. It connects up, looks pretty basic, and flows into the dining area right here. Notice the woodware throughout the build. That goes on continuously, adding to the rundown nature and feel of the haunted house. We have a simple little dining room, as it is an old style house, which connects up nicely into the main living room. Again, more terrifying details add to the build. Living room is simple, has some details with the skeleton poster, and is covered with spider webs as it's old and run down. Now you may say it's overdone with spider webs, but I figure an old rundown house is going to have tons of spider webs, so we couldn't have too many. The red carpet turns to black as it's worn down, adding to the detail and the story behind the build. This area connects around to that front foyer. Don't get stuck on the cobwebs. That front foyer right up front that we mentioned, all linking up together, building a beautiful structure. Back through here, we have the paths interlocking and the basement down there. We're going to save that for last because it's terrifying. Back into the foyer and up to the second level is where we're headed next. Now the second level is pretty open. There's a lot of good detail. Once again, a lot of good cobwebs. We have a room right here that could be a bedroom. It's empty. I figure it's just an empty bedroom right there. Back across, a little seating area and another bedroom that is filled with a bedroom. Another door in the middle adds another bedroom that is covered in cobwebs. And another door right here adds a third bedroom. 4 total possibilities for bedrooms in this house. As I mentioned, it's pretty large. The structure is cool here as we have our balcony looking area, the hanging down. Be careful as spiders are going to start coming out. It scared me. I don't know if it scared you. Luckily, I'm like a ghost. I'm in creative mode. They're not attacking me. But if you come in here, they may attack you. The second floor is cool. Lots of detail spread throughout, so we'll head to the third. Now this is where it really gets terrifying. Be careful if you come up here in survival mode because this is where the spiders like to come out. The upper attic area, already creepy enough, especially with that site right there. As we walk into this attic top storage area, we can see this is really where the spiders come from. This is their home. Spider spawner there, spider spawner here. This is where they live, up in the attic. It's a creepy haunted house and it's not very safe. I would recommend staying away from this attic. A cool detail adding to the build, we walk back down and we're gonna head to our favorite place. Down the dark, terrifying tunnel, turning right, and into the dark, dark cellar. Cobwebs will try to hold you up as we head down. Redstone blood on the floor means it's not a very safe place. And that's one of the reasons right there. Mobs like to hang out in the basement, and zombies are primarily the ones. The redstone blood on the floor shows it's not a very safe place. Even the ones with jack-o'-lanterns on their head are not very friendly. Creepy signs continue to give you the message that you shouldn't be here. If you manage to kill some zombies and get around to the back cellars thinking there's a good surprise in the end, you're gonna regret it. Because you walk in, get stuck on cobwebs, and realize there's a zombie spawner right there. Not a fast escape from these cobwebs. The cellar has a good looking structure throughout, storyline behind it such as unfinished walls right here, and a tough escape through cobwebs if you get in trouble with zombies. So yes, that's the haunted house. It was definitely a fun project to do and took some time. I love how the build turned out though. It's one of my favorites, and if you want to check it out further, there's a world download down below in the description. Now on screen is a high-paced time-lapse just to show you a little bit of the build. I love watching builds come to life, especially in this high-paced nature. I especially love creating them though. As I mentioned earlier, I live streamed the building of this haunted house on Twitch. Yes, I announced it on YouTube. Plenty of the KyleKraft community came in, watched, and interacted with me a ton through the chat. It was tons of fun for me and seemed like a lot of fun for everyone in the stream. The best part is this wasn't a one-time deal. I've decided to start streaming on Twitch 6 days a week, doing Minecraft building and interacting with you all for future builds for videos coming up in the future. Along with that, some days I'll be playing different games I love, such as FIFA 17, Battlefield 1, and so on. So, after you watch this video, you should go on Twitch and follow me so you can catch every KyleKraft stream there is. There's a link in the description to my Twitch profile, or you can search up KyleKraft on Twitch and you'll find it. The streams are a lot of fun and I love to see every one of you there. It's a great way to build up the community, have some fun, learn some building techniques, and enjoy Minecraft and other games further. And have a chance to be ingrained into KyleKraft builds forever, just like individuals are a part of the tombstones. So yes, hopefully you like this haunted house build. Again, I have to say it's one of my favorite builds I've done. It really came together nicely and I love the detail and the structure behind it. You should check it out further and show some of your friends if you think it's a pretty cool build. But that's it for this one. Happy Halloween.